And if you checked your 401k recently, there is a good chance it is up. The stock market has been strong over the last few months, despite uncertainty about the direction of the overall economy. And what you're seeing on your screen today, that was just today. We're talking broader term here. And Scripps News national correspondent Alex Miller has been breaking it all down for us. She joins us live outside the New York Stock Exchange. And Alex, this seems like it is a different story from at least earlier this year.
It is. If you had told investors back in April that they would be celebrating a booming market come July, a lot of them probably wouldn't believe you, but that is the case here on Wall Street. The market has stayed strong over those last few months, despite the fact that we still have a lot of uncertainty about the overall economic picture. Wall Street continuing to ride high. The S&P 500 and the Nasdaq notching record highs this week, with investors appearing to brush off any uncertainty stemming from tariff talk and the conflict in the Middle East. The market's performance is a 180 from April after President Trump's announcement of new tariffs sent stocks tumbling, then he postponed them. Since early April, the three major indexes have each soared, with the Nasdaq jumping 37% since then.
Everyone's trying to figure out exactly what's going on and how they can predict the future because people don't want to miss these further rallies.
Investment strategist Joseph Landsman says the market's upshoot is in part thanks to investors staying patient through the turbulence and continuing to put money into the market.
Anytime there was a massive drop, people have been kind of conditioned to want to buy the dip. That was a very big COVID play.
Market watchers say Wall Street's performance has been driven in part by retail investors, but institutional investors appear to be coming back too. A Bank of America July survey of global fund managers showed a spike in risk appetite. And even with increasing tariffs set to go into effect on August 1st, investors may not flinch because of lessons from the past, says financial advisor Stefan Scheip.
What we've seen is that people are taking that into account and say, sure, we have an August 1st deadline, but we've had a lot of deadlines over the past 3 or 4 months, and they come and go and get renegotiated all the way up to the day of. So why would this time be any different?
Andrew, one more thing to watch, the Federal Reserve. It's unlikely that they're going to cut interest rates when they meet next week, but the president is pressuring them to do so. He's also floated the idea of getting rid of the chairman, though he has backed away from that a bit recently, but it is something that he has discussed. One Republican senator, though, saying that if he did get rid of Jerome Powell, that it could cause the market to crash.
Yeah, and Alex, one of those experts we heard from mentioned investors not wanting to miss out on the market right now. Did any of those experts that you spoke with have any strong feelings on what we might see in the market during the second half of the year?
Well, look, it is always the million-dollar question. Do you get in? When do you get in? How do you get in? But the reality here is there really is no perfect time to get in. The market is always going to be volatile to some degree, and it is something that people should be paying attention to because even though the market is strong here, there is still so much economic uncertainty in the broader picture.
All right, Alex Miller for us live outside the New York Stock Exchange. Alex, thank you. And let's take a look at how the market closed today. As we mentioned, you see a lot of red today. You're looking at a result of some mixed earnings report from some major companies. Alphabet, the parent company of Google, beat Wall Street's second quarter earnings expectation, and its commitment to invest in artificial intelligence is helping that boost. But giants like Tesla, United Health, and IBM stocks dropped today. American Airlines dropped more than 9% after the company said it expects a loss in the third quarter. In the meantime, investors are hopeful about a potential trade agreement between the European Union and the U.S. They hope that the Trump tariffs will be halved at 15% instead of that threat of 30%.